and I answered. You guys have been submitting me in your sleep question, and this question comes from Heidi, who wants to know how to transition her children into the same room. I love this question. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi Alana, I've loved all the services from Goodnight Sleep Site, and I'm so excited to ask you this question. My question for you is, would you recommend a certain age that siblings are ready, prepared, whatever, to share a room? I have two boys aged 1 and 3, and currently they're in separate rooms, but I'm just looking to see if there might be a time that's best to put them in a room together if I wanted them to share. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
So when transitioning children together, it's not so much the age that becomes a factor, it's what's going on already in that situation. So how are your children already sleeping, and are they well prepared? So your first step is always to prepare the older child about the transition, especially if you're transitioning a baby into an older child's room, even a toddler into an older child's room, so say a preschooler or a school-age child. So you want to make sure that they understand the safety concerns when sharing a room with a baby. So for instance, your child shouldn't really be, you want to make sure that they're not climbing into the crib. You want to make sure that you're safety proofing the room and making sure that you're getting rid of any kind of choking hazards so that they can't put those into the crib. But you also just want to communicate what's going to happen so that your child is as best prepared as possible. So you're not just throwing it on them one night and saying, hey, guess what? You guys are sharing a room together. And also make them really excited about sharing a room. So take them out, help them. They can help you decorate the room and make it a really exciting and fun experience for both kids. Before transitioning your children into the same room, you definitely want to make sure that their sleep skills are in check. So if you're struggling with any kind of sleep issues with either child, you want to make sure that you tackle that before getting them together. So this is where perhaps you need to start more of a sleep training process, whether it be with your baby or with your older child, but make sure to get that under wrap and get those strong sleep skills in place and then start transitioning them into the same room. You also want to make sure that you're working with an environment that's conducive to sleep. Whether your child's sleeping in their own room or whether or not they're sharing a room with their sibling, having an environment that's conducive to sleep is going to help them sleep better overall. And that is one of our sleep tools in our Goodnight Sleep Site toolkit. So we want to work with a darker environment, so darkening up their bedroom if you have to. Incorporating a white noise machine. A white noise machine can work great in a bedroom where two kids are sharing a room because it can really help mask out some of those external sounds that maybe they're making while they're sleeping or moving around. You also want to focus on temperature. Always remember their environment, dark, cave-like settings, right? So dark, cool, and quiet. And as I mentioned before, really making sure that we're working with a safe sleep environment and making sure that your older child is really schooled on safe sleep tips in terms of the other child, especially if we're working with a baby as well. Create the best routine for your family, and staying organized at night is definitely going to help you get multiple children to bed, whether they're sharing a room or not. So create a consistent nightly routine. So maybe you're eating dinner at the same time each night. You're getting prepared for bed at the same time each night and getting that bedtime routine going. That's really going to help lessen those bedtime battles, and it's really going to help prepare you for the job of putting your kids to bed, because let's be honest, sometimes that's exactly what it feels like. My bedtime routine tip for parents who have children sharing the same room is to try and stagger bedtime. So your youngest should always be going to bed the earliest, and that's going to also allow you to have some nice independent, quiet, and alone time with your oldest child to get in some nice bonding and attachment time before they go to bed as well. So stagger those bedtimes if you can. Lastly, to help distract your older child while you're putting your youngest to bed, you can build a quiet time box. So take your child to the dollar store, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and fill it with quiet time activities that they can play with while you're getting your younger child to sleep they're going to be well contained, they're going to be happy and content playing with their toys, and you're going to be able to stagger those bedtimes accordingly. We also want to focus on that early morning, right? So we don't want either child waking each other up before it's time to get up in the morning. So something that you can do if you're dealing with toddler or preschoolers is have a toddler clock in their bedroom. And what that toddler clock does is it helps visually cue them that it's either time for them to close their eyes and try and fall back asleep because it's not time to wake up yet, or it's time to wake up, and this is when mommy and daddy will come into your room and come and get you for the day. Above all else, make sure that you're communicating the sleep rules with your children. Make sure that they understand the expectations of them throughout the night and in that early morning, and also that they understand the importance of sleep, because once they do, you're going to help create this amazing, healthy relationship between your child and sleep, and it's really going to help with that transition of getting them into the same bedroom. So Heidi, I hope those answers helped you, and good luck with your transition. Hi, it's Alana McGinn here. Thanks so much for watching Goodnight Sleep TV. If you would like any more information on Goodnight Sleep Site or how to work with a Goodnight consultant, you can head over to goodnightsleepsite.com or follow us on social or subscribe to our YouTube channel on all the links below. Thanks so much, guys. I hope everybody has a good night.